Hey everyone. So if you haven't seen our tag question video yet, you can go here. We wanted to do a review of Paranormal Activity 2.
Yeah. Up until now, our reviews have been, go see it! But we never really talked about them. So this time, we felt we had to talk about it.
Not because it's that good.
No. Quite the opposite, really.
Okay, so we watched the first Paranormal Activity because it had been so hyped up as being this scary movie.
Yeah.
We had some friends, and including one of our friends' sister, who said they couldn't sleep. So we thought, wow.
Oh, this is going to be amazing. Then we watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were very disappointed.
To say the least.
To say the very least. But we figured since we're fans of the Saw series and so on and so forth, maybe we had been just a smidge bit desensitized
A little.
To that type of movie.
Yeah, it's hard to get scared over windows opening and things like that when you,
Yeah. And a lot of Paranormal Activity was just them sleeping.
Yeah, pretty much.
And tossing and turning. And night vision.
Yeah, you can see our parody of that. Here.
So, against our better judgment, we rented Paranormal Activity 2. Now, to our defense, we have been hearing that it was a lot better than the first one. So we decided to
give it another chance.
Yes, and red boxed Paranormal Activity 2.
Yeah. So, where do we even start on this film?
Good question.
Yeah.
Of course, you get your normal, this is this character, this is this character, and this is the happy little family that is soon not going to be quite so happy.
Standard.
Yeah. Everything looks perfect. Find out that it's a husband and wife who just had a baby. The father actually had a daughter from a previous relationship. And so you see in this family dynamic moving around. Of course, the daughter and the stepmom, I guess, technically, get along famously well, which, you know, never ever happens. But for this movie, it does. And for a long while, nothing happens. Like, literally, nothing happens.
Well, they did come home and find the stuff everywhere, and they thought someone broke in.
Yeah.
So that made them install security cameras. And then nothing happens.
And then nothing happened. And you get a view of each security camera.
Every night.
Every night. The first shot being
the pool cleaner.
We got so worried near the end of the movie that the pool was not going to get cleaned. That every time we saw the pool cleaning shot, we got excited.
Yeah, we were happy for that pool cleaner. It was the hardest working actor in the film.
It
Let
sure
me tell
was.
you what.
And probably the most believable. Oh, the dog.
The dog.
We had to love the dog.
Yeah.
Because that dog tried to be badass.
Yeah. Didn't work out so well for it, did it?
No, poor puppy.
Anyway.
Yeah, you get every now and then you would get a moment of, if you had to be paying attention,
you had to watch for it.
You couldn't just be sitting there watching the movie. And in fact, when the mobile, if I can even say the word, in the kid's crib started moving, I was watching the mother and the baby, and if it hadn't been for James saying, hey, the mobile's moving, I would have never even noticed it.
It's very subtle.
Very, very subtle.
And that pretty much describes this film. It's very subtle. Until towards the end.
And then at the end, like the last, maybe 10 minutes
yeah.
or so.
Stuff happens.
Oh, yeah. But again, you have to sit for an hour and a half at least before you get any real excitement happen.
Yeah.
But the first scene where you really see the things happen, the mom was in the kitchen and all of a sudden every drawer, every cabinet just flew open in like 1 second. Now, I will say that was a pretty cool effect, and
simplistic, it was but cool.
Very simplistic and cool, and you're finally like, yes!
Something happened!
Holy cow, something happened!
And then you watch the pool clean itself some more.
Yeah.
Except for one night where it decided to take a day off.
Yeah. And the cleaner did move at one point. It like started to move on its own.
Yeah. But the point being, they could have cut that film in half at least. And you wouldn't have lost anything.
No. Because it was just seeing the different views from the different security cameras.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. And nothing, the cameras weren't catching anything.
Yeah.
Nothing moving, no doors opening on their own, no anything.
See, they could have done something. Subtle.
Yeah. There was a shadow at one point. A teenager was on the couch sleeping, and a shadow
came up on her pretty much. But
But again, even that was so subtle, I didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, there's a shadow. And then all of a sudden the girl reacted on the couch.
It was gone.
And it...
Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah. Now, I will say the one thing that I did like about the movie is that they do tie in...
to the first one.
To the first one. Everything,
they did do that very well.
Yeah, they did do that very well. And... it actually, instead of it being a sequel, it's really more of a prequel to the first one. It explains why the first movie even happened, basically.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a neat tie-in, and it shows exactly what happened.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I guess.
You guess.
I guess. Well, when I have nothing else to go on, I guess that's the best you can get from this film.
Yeah.
No music that I remember hearing.
Not really much music. Not even really that foreboding music when you know that something's about to happen. Nothing.
Nothing. I know what they were going for. They were trying to make it realistic. But in this day and age...
when you have movies like Saw and...
well, even Poltergeist in the, 80s?
Yeah, even Poltergeist had more craziness going on. And creepiness going on. You know, that's why I hate clowns. Is that movie. And granted, I was 7 years old when I watched it, and I wasn't so desensitized from watching hundreds of other horror movies. But...
still...
that clown still gets me. Even today. Hate that clown. I could deal with even the maggots on the steak.
But we digress.
But we digress.
Back to the other not-so-good film. Yeah, final thoughts on that film? Rent it.
Rent it. Don't buy it.
Yeah, Redbox it for $1 if you want to see it.
Yeah. And actually, if you like Redbox on Facebook, they will actually every so often throw out codes that you can get a free rental.
Yeah.
So
you can see it for
use
free.
the code to get it for free.
There you go. They're making a third one.
Yeah.
Do you want to go see it?
Not in the theaters, I ain't.
Yeah, me either.
No.
So I guess I'm going to give it a thumbs down. Oh, poor Ebert. Okay. I guess that's all we have to say about that.
So that's our review for Paranormal Activity 2.
Yeah. At least the pool gets cleaned.
At least the pool gets cleaned. We love you guys.
See
Bye.
ya.